and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom, and this is a Marvel Legends review, and we'll be having a look at the Mojo series today. And this will be having a look at Longshot first of all. So here he is in all his mullety glory. So obviously this builder figure was the Mojo figure, as you probably guessed. Longshot, I have to say, not one of my favourite X-Men. Kind of boring, if I'm honest.
Yeah, Longshot. No one cares about you, and your shots what are long. Although to be fair, you got to love a mullet.
Yeah.
You know, business in the back. Was it party at the back, business up front?
Right, who we got next? Yes.
Although
she has got an incredibly small waist, even for one of these figures.
Yeah.
So there's two versions of Psylocke, actually, the character, not the figure. There's an English version and a Japanese.
This is the English version. What was her name? Betsy Craddock or something?
Braddock, Captain Britain's sister. Isn't it?
That's it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I quite like. She's not a bad figure.
She's got a good figure. Women would die for this figure.
I'm sure women have.
Yeah. Quite good.
Not bad. I have to say this particular series wasn't. I didn't think the characters they picked for the series were the most interesting of characters. I didn't think.
No, I don't think so.
Who have we got next?
Another Iron Man. Iron Man's done almost as much as Wolverine in this series.
So we've got retro Iron Man now.
I think this is probably quite a worthwhile figure though.
Yeah. So this is obviously the first appearance Iron Man, and there's also a variant available in the gold armor, which you can see to the left here. So exactly the same moulding and everything, obviously just colour variant. But you know, it's these kind of retro versions. You know, they are worth having, I guess. And to be fair, I mean, I'm not so keen on the Iron Man figures generally, but this one is probably quite a good representation of what the character looks like in the comics, even though he's kind of looks a bit portly, shall we say.
Yeah, I think it's got that smacks of that kind of era, isn't it? So kind of looks like a submarine or
a deep sea diver,
a deep sea diver or something like that. Yeah, so but it's kind of cool. And obviously most people can relate to it from the first Iron Man movie.
But you got to think. Look at Tony. Look at his head. You've got to think he's got to have an incredibly long neck to be able to do that.
Yeah.
There you go. All right then.
Right. Next. Right. We've got a special figure here. It's from a boy band, JLS. And he comes with the belly. Ironically, with that six-pack, he comes with the belly of Mojo. Look at that! They've literally just put his belly in there.
So there was actually a variant version of this one, although it's not a particularly exciting variant. All it is this costume is sort of slightly different, and it's just basically to give you an idea. We don't actually have it, but it kind of isn't. His chest isn't open. But we actually discovered something quite interesting just a minute ago. And if you have a look at the actual figure, he's kind of got a full V-neck. But if you have a look at the actual printed art,
There.
it's all the way open.
Yeah.
So technically, I don't know if that means that there was like a prototype version.
I think it probably was, the prototype. Yeah. Oh, and you can see as well that his pants are white down the front there. He's got literally a Y front on.
You turn it over, folks. I think you can see a picture of the variant on the back. So if you have a look at where are we? You can't really see it particularly well, but there is actually.
Which I think is a better looking figure, to be honest with you. So, I mean, Falcon. I'm not a big fan of him as a character. I think he's a bit crap. So, but yeah, he's okay, I suppose.
Who we got next?
Disco Luke Cage. There's like Disco Luke Cage is there. And then he hangs around with this man. Yo, man, what's happening? Nothing, player. What's going on? So
that's probably incredibly racist, man.
It's fine. No, they just look like 70s disco.
I mean, Luke Cage arguably has become kind of one of the sort of the most important Marvel characters, but they've in this era when this kind of this look was in, he was really just like you say, a bit of a what he looks like. He's a bit of a joke, but nowadays he looks completely different. He just doesn't really wear a costume as such, does he? But
no, it was a black t-shirt and just jeans.
I don't know if they had done a later version in his kind of.
He's cool. I like obviously the stuff that I've caught in the comics and the stuff that they put into the modern cartoons and stuff. Shows him in like a very positive.
He's a really good. I mean, I actually really like Luke Cage as a character, and I was kind of hoping that we would see a Heroes for Hire TV show rather than the Shield TV show, which is what we've got. But oh well, never mind. Maybe in the future. But yeah, this is kind of obviously his original retro look.
Yeah, it'll be interesting as well because I think after we've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, which is obviously not for blooming years, which is actually being filmed sort of like about 30 minutes away from where we live, although from what I gather, it's there could be an opening for
maybe we'll see.
See how you talk about years. I mean, who are you going to have play Luke Cage? Will Smith?
I don't know. I think they should probably pick an unknown, to be honest. Depends if they do it TV or more movie, I guess.
We're going to see more and more like big stars like playing this, and I think to pull off something like this, you'd need like quite a.
Terry Crews, I think, would probably be the best, but I just think it'd be too old.
Yeah, and they're all like the actors and stuff like that. You've got to think of the quality of the acting as well. I mean, these massive business now, isn't it? So.
Right, finally, we have actually got the variant version of Baron Zemo. Now, we don't actually have the original version. Now, in the original version, I don't know if you can see from the picture there, basically he just kind of got a hood on. And whilst obviously the variant version is his unhooded, kind of messed up face with the top part of Mojo. So, what do you think of this figure?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I quite like the Avengers. I've always been a big fan. I quite like Baron Zemo as a villain. That old kind of like I like all those kind of like World War II-esque baddies. They're kind of from an era when you could obviously they're not so much. Well, they're obviously very fictional, but in terms of like the bad things that happened during that era, it kind of gives a little bit of more sort of makes the characters a bit more sinister. So Mojo's got a lovely rack there, and
he's got some moves on him, hasn't
he? Yeah.
So, what is your favourite figure from the Mojo series? Leave us a comment, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.